Chapter 24. Parliamentary Forums. Establishment of the forums. The first Parliamentary Forum on Water Conservation and Management was constituted in the year 2005. Subsequently, 7 more parliamentary forums were constituted. At present, there are 8 parliamentary forums. 1 Parliamentary Forum on Water Conservation and Management, 2005, 2. Parliamentary Forum on Youth, 2006, 3. Parliamentary Forum on Children, 2006, 4. Parliamentary Forum on Population and Public Health, 2006, 5. Parliamentary Forum on Global Warming and Climate Change, 2008, 6. Parliamentary Forum on Disaster Management, 2011, 7. Parliamentary Forum on Artisans and Craftspeople, 2013, 8. Parliamentary Forum on Millennium Development Goals, 2013. Objectives of the forums. The objectives behind the constitution of the parliamentary forums are: 1. To provide a platform to the members to have interactions with the ministers concerned, experts and key officials from the nodal ministries with a view to have a focused and meaningful discussion on critical issues with a result-oriented approach for speeding up the implementation process. 2. To sensitize members about the key areas of concern and also about the ground-level situation and equip them with the latest information, knowledge, technical know-how and valuable inputs from experts both from the country and abroad for enabling them to raise these issues effectively on the floor of the House and in the meetings of the departmentally related standing committees, DRSCs, and 3. To prepare a database through collection of data on critical issues from ministries concerned, reliable NGOs, newspapers, United Nations, Internet, etc. and circulation thereof to the members so that they can meaningfully participate in the discussions of the forums and seek clarifications from experts or officials from the ministry present in the meetings. It has been mandated that the parliamentary fora will not interfere with or encroach upon the jurisdiction of the departmentally related standing committees of the ministry or department concerned. Composition of the forums. The Speaker of Lok Sabha is the ex officio president of all the forums except the Parliamentary Forum on Population and Public Health, wherein the Chairman of Rajya Sabha is the ex officio president and the Speaker is the ex officio co-president. The Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, the concerned ministers and the Chairman of departmentally related standing committees are the ex officio vice presidents of the respective forums. Each forum consists of not more than 31 members, excluding the president, co-president and vice presidents, out of whom not more than 21 are from the Lok Sabha and not more than 10 are from the Rajya Sabha. Members, other than the president, co-president and vice presidents of these forums are nominated by the Speaker or Chairman from amongst the leaders of various political parties or groups or their nominees who have special knowledge or keen interest in the subject. The duration of the office of members of the forum is coterminous with their membership in the respective houses. A member may also resign from the forum by writing to the Speaker or Chairman. The President of the forum appoints a member convener for each forum to conduct regular, approved programs or meetings of the forum in consultation with the President. The meetings of the forums are held from time to time, as may be necessary, during Parliament sessions. Functions of the forums. Parliamentary Forum on Water Conservation and Management. The functions of the forum are: 1. To identify problems relating to water and make suggestions or recommendations for consideration and appropriate action by government or organizations concerned too. To identify the ways of involving members of parliament in conservation and augmentation of water resources in their respective states or constituencies. 3. To organize seminars or workshops to create awareness for conservation and efficient management of water. 4. To undertake such other related tasks as it may deem fit. Parliamentary Forum on Youth. The functions of this forum are: 1. To have focused deliberations on strategies to leverage human capital in the youth for accelerating development initiatives. 2. To build greater awareness amongst public leaders and at the grassroots level of the potential of youth for effecting socio-economic change. 3. To interact on a regular basis with youth representatives and leaders in order to better appreciate their hopes, aspirations, concerns and problems. 4. To consider ways for improving Parliament's outreach to different sections of youth in order to reinforce their faith and commitment in democratic institutions and encourage their active participation therein. 5. To hold consultations with experts, national and international academicians, and government agencies concerned on redesigning of public policy in the matter of youth empowerment. Parliamentary Forum on Children. The functions of the forum are: 1. To further enhance awareness and attention of parliamentarians towards critical issues affecting children's well-being so that they may provide due leadership to ensure their rightful place in the development process. 2. To provide a platform to parliamentarians to exchange ideas, views, experiences, expert practices in relation to children in a structured manner through workshops, seminars, orientation programs, etc. 3. To provide parliamentarians an interface with civil society for highlighting children's issues, including, inter alia, the voluntary sector, media and corporate sector, and thereby to foster effective strategic partnerships in this regard. 4. To enable parliamentarians to interact in an institutionalized manner with specialized UN agencies like the UNICEF and other comparable multilateral agencies on expert reports, studies, news and trend analysis, etc., worldwide, which are germane to developments in the sector. 5. To undertake any other tasks, projects, assignments, etc., as the forum may deem fit. Parliamentary Forum on Population and Public Health. The functions of the forum are: 1. To have focused deliberations on strategies relating to population stabilization and matters connected therewith. 2. To discuss and prepare strategies on issues concerning public health. 3. To build greater awareness in all sections of the society, particularly at the grassroots level, regarding population control and public health. 4. To hold comprehensive dialogue and discussion in the matter of population and public health with experts at the national and international levels and to have interactions with multilateral organizations like WHO, United Nations Population Fund, and academicians and government agencies concerned. Parliamentary Forum on Global Warming and Climate Change. The functions of the forum are: 1. To identify problems relating to global warming and climate change and make suggestions or recommendations for consideration and appropriate action by the government or organizations concerned to reduce the extent of global warming. 2. To identify the ways of involving members of parliament to interact with specialists of national and international bodies working on global warming and climate change with increased effort to develop new technologies to mitigate global warming. 3. To organize seminars or workshops to create awareness about the causes and effects of global warming and climate change among the members of parliament. 4. To identify the ways of involving members of parliament To spread awareness to prevent global warming and climate change. 5. To undertake such other related tasks as it may deem fit. Parliamentary Forum on Disaster Management. The functions of the forum are 1. To identify problems relating to disaster management and make suggestions or recommendations for consideration and appropriate action by the government or organizations concerned to reduce the effects of disasters. 2. To identify the ways of involving members of parliament to interact with specialists of national and international bodies working on disaster management with increased effort to develop new technologies to mitigate the effect of disasters. 3. To organize seminars or workshops to create awareness about the causes and effects of disasters among the members of parliament. 4. To identify the ways of involving members of parliament to spread awareness about disaster management. 5. To undertake such other related tasks as it may deem fit. Parliamentary Forum on Artisans and Craftspeople. The functions of the forum are 1. To further enhance awareness and attention to parliamentarians towards critical issues affecting artisans and craftspeople so as to preserve and promote traditional art and crafts through various mechanisms. 2. To provide a platform to parliamentarians to exchange ideas, views, experiences, expertise, and best practices in relation to artisans and craftspeople in a structured manner through workshops, seminars, orientation programs, etc. 3. To provide parliamentarians an interface with civil society for highlighting issues related to craftspeople and artisans, including inter alia, the voluntary sector, media and corporate sector, and thereby to foster effective strategic partnerships in this regard. 4. To enable parliamentarians to interact in an institutionalized manner with representatives of various union ministries, government organizations like Khadi and Village Industries Commission, QUIC, COIR Board, the Council for Advancement of People's Action and Rural Technology, CAPAT, and other related organizations or bodies. 5. To hold comprehensive dialogue and discussion on the matters relating to preservation of art and traditional craft and the promotion of artisans and craftspeople with experts or organizations at the national and international levels. 6. To undertake any other tasks, projects, assignments, etc. as the forum may deem fit. Parliamentary Forum on Millennium Development Goals. The functions of the forum are 1. To review and enhance awareness and attention of parliamentarians towards critical issues which have bearing on achievement of goals or targets set under Millennium Development Goals by 2015. 2. To provide a platform to parliamentarians to exchange ideas, views, experiences, expertise, and best practices in relation to implementation of Millennium Development Goals in a structured manner, through workshops, seminars, orientation programs, etc. 3. To provide parliamentarians an interface with civil society for highlighting issues related to Millennium Development Goals, with eradication of poverty, hunger, achievement of universal primary education, promotion of gender equality and empowerment of women, reduction of child mortality, improving maternal health, combating HIV or AIDS, malaria and other diseases, ensuring environmental sustainability, and developing a global partnership for development. 4. To enable parliamentarians to interact in an institutionalized manner with specialized UN agencies and other comparable multilateral agencies, expert report, studies, news and trend analysis, etc. regarding achievement of Millennium Development Goals. 5. To undertake any other tasks, projects, assignments, etc. as the forum may deem fit. Indian Polity by M. LAXMIKANT. Chapter 25. Parliamentary Group. Rationale of the group. Evan Call and S.L. Shagdhar have nicely explained the rationale of the Indian Parliamentary Group, IPG, in the following way. The establishment and development of relations among parliaments constitutes part of the regular activities of national parliaments. Although promotion of interparliamentary relations has for many years been a significant part of the work of parliamentarians, recently it has received a new thrust due to the increased interdependence of nations in a global environment. It is imperative that parliamentarians will join hands to safeguard democracy and work in synergy to confront the challenges before the world and convert them into opportunities to facilitate peace and prosperity in their countries as well as globally. Parliamentarians from different parts of the world, therefore, have a forum where they can meet to discuss and find out solutions to their common problems. It is here that some sort of cross-fertilization of ideas can take place not only between the older and the younger parliaments, but also between parliamentarians working under different parliamentary systems. These problems are no doubt discussed in intergovernmental conferences. However, those discussions are not so frank and free as they can be at a conclave of legislators. Interparliamentary relations thus assume great importance today when the whole world is beset with many pressing problems. The problems that are faced by one parliament today may confront another tomorrow. It is, therefore, essential that a link should exist between various parliaments of the world. This link is maintained by India through the exchange of delegations, goodwill missions, correspondence, documents, etc. with foreign parliaments through the machinery of the IPG that acts both as the national group of the Interparliamentary Union, IPU, and also as the India branch of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA. Composition of the group. IPG is an autonomous body. It was formed in the year 1949 in pursuance of a motion adopted by the Constituent Assembly, Legislative. The membership of IPG is open to all members of Parliament. The former members of Parliament can also become associate members of the group. But the associate members are entitled to limited rights only. They are not entitled to representation at meetings and conferences of the IPU and the CPA. They are also not entitled to the travel concessions provided to members by certain branches of the CPA. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is the ex officio president of the group. The Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha and the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha are the ex officio vice presidents of the group. The Secretary General of the Lok Sabha acts as the ex officio Secretary General of the group. Objectives of the group. The aims and objects of the group are mentioned below. 1. To promote personal contacts between members of the Parliament of India. 2. To study questions of public importance that are likely to come up before the Parliament, arrange seminars, discussions and orientation courses, and bring out publications for the dissemination of information to the members of the group. 3. To arrange lectures on political, defense, economic, social and educational problems by the members of the Parliament and distinguished persons. 4. To arrange visits to foreign countries with a view to develop contacts with members of other parliaments. Functions of the group. The various functions performed and activities undertaken by the group are as follows. 1. The group acts as a link between the Parliament of India and the various parliaments of the world. This link is maintained through exchange of delegations, goodwill missions, correspondence, documents, etc. with foreign parliaments. 2. The group functions as the National Group of the IPU, and B. Main branch of the CPA in India. 3. Addresses to the members of the Parliament by visiting heads of state and government of foreign countries, and talks by eminent persons are arranged under the auspices of the group. 4. Seminars and symposia on parliamentary subjects of topical interest are organized periodically at national as well as international level. 5. Members of the group, when visiting abroad, are given letters of introduction to the secretaries of the national groups of the IPU and secretaries of the CPA branches. The Indian missions in the countries of visit are also suitably informed so as to enable them to get assistance and usual courtesies. 6. Only those members of the Parliament who are members of the group of at least 6 months standing at the time of the composition of the delegation may be included in the Indian parliamentary delegations to foreign countries. 7. An uninterrupted flow of information to members regarding the activities of the group is maintained through the IPG newsletter brought out every quarter. It is sent regularly to all members of the group, including associate members. 8. As per decision of the group, an award of outstanding parliamentarian was instituted in the year 1995 to be given annually. A committee of 5 persons, constituted by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, invites and finalizes the nomination for the award. 9. To encourage bilateral relations, the group constitutes parliamentary friendship groups with other countries in the parliament. The aims and objectives of the friendship group are to maintain political, social and cultural contacts between the two countries and to assist in exchanges of information and experiences on issues relating to parliamentary activities. The group and IPU. The IPU is an international organization of the parliaments of sovereign states. At present, the IPU consists of 153 parliaments of sovereign nations. Its aim is to work for peace and cooperation among peoples and for the firm establishment of representative institutions. It fosters contacts, coordination, and the exchange of experience among parliaments and parliamentarians of all member countries and contributes to better knowledge of the working of representative institutions. It also expresses its views on all burning questions of international importance for necessary effective implementation of parliamentary actions and suggests avenues for improving the working standard and capacity of international institutions. The main advantages of membership of the group, insofar as its functions as the national group of the IPU are concerned, are as follows. 1. It helps members of Indian parliamentary delegations to develop contacts with the parliamentarians of the member countries of the IPU. 2. The events provide an opportunity to study and understand contemporary changes or reforms taking place in various countries of the world. 3. It provides facilities to meet parliamentarians in different countries during tours in abroad or in India when visiting parliamentarians are here. 4. The members of the group are eligible to visit foreign countries as members of the Indian parliamentary delegations to interparliamentary conferences. In the recent past, members of the group have been holding various positions in the IPU bodies, namely, office bearers in different committees of the IPU, rapporteurs, chairmen of drafting committees, etc., and by virtue of the same, the group has been successful in putting forward effectively the viewpoint of India on various important issues dealt in the IPU meetings. The group and CPA. The CPA is an association of about 17,000 Commonwealth parliamentarians spread over 175 national, state, provincial and territorial parliaments. Its aims are to promote knowledge and understanding of the constitutional, legislative, economic, social and cultural systems within a parliamentary democratic framework with particular reference to the countries of the Commonwealth of Nations and to countries having close historical and parliamentary associations with it. Its mission is to promote the advancement of parliamentary democracy by enhancing knowledge and understanding of democratic governance and by building an informed parliamentary community able to deepen the Commonwealth's democratic commitment and to further cooperation among its parliaments and legislatures. The main advantages of membership of the group, insofar as its functions as the main branch of the CPA in India are concerned, are as follows. 1. Conferences and seminars. Membership provides an opportunity for participation in the plenary and regional conferences, seminars, visits and exchanges of delegations. 2. Publications. All members of the group are entitled to receive, free of charge, the Parliamentarian Quarterly and the newsletter, first reading, every second month. 3. Information. The Parliamentary Information and Reference Center of the CPA Secretariat provides information to members on parliamentary, constitutional and Commonwealth matters. 4. Introductions. The CPA branches readily assist in arranging introductions for members visiting other jurisdictions. 5. Parliamentary facilities. Members visiting other Commonwealth countries are normally accorded parliamentary courtesies, especially access to debates and local members. 6. Travel facilities. Some branches provide for a designated number of their members annually to undertake study tours of Commonwealth and other countries to compare political and procedural developments. Other branches arrange ad hoc visits.